that right? Is that right? Right. Greetings, my beloved Japonator. Right. Oh shit. Oh, it's fucking warm in here now. This new kimono's thick. Let me see. Okay. Go too far. There we go.
Oh, gather round, ye mortals, from mist and brine and tales untold, where canvas breathes and colors flow. Welcome to painting. Tobias perch upon the dong. It must be run. For chibi charged and songs be sung. No timid brush, no timid crew. We paint like thunder splitting through. He's defender who half divine, born of ink and turpentine. Samurai heart with Irish grin, lets the living ether in. He doesn't plan, just do don't try. He squints one eye, charge a chi, one fearless stroke, the sky turns blue, and dragons hatch from painting. Fortune egg, open up inside. It says trust the flow, don't overthink. Follow the ether of ink. Let spirit guide the paw and chi, while Boris grinds ink with teeth. Strike like a tiger, swift and true, just like Garlos would do. Step to the mic, he sets the tone with Mazzo's crisp meatball calzone. Italian gravy, grape drink too. Broadcasting live, microphone is here with you. From Japanese clan, he leads the way with honor. Sharp as katana spray through stormy doubt and ego stew. He creates life inside of you. So raise your brush like battle axe. Let go of fear and pigment cracks. Let all arrive from cosmic dew and roar it loud. Painting God!
You know the drill, you filthy mortal scum! Pay the monkey, so he doesn't go hungry. If you have any honor, you will thank the magical Myro. our resident petrified primate, for praying such beautiful tunage for you. Greetings, my beloved Japonaita, and welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Goo. With me, your illustrious, demi-divine host, clad in a brand new kimono, Defenderu-sama, demigod of a Painting Goo. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at it. Absorb its awesomeness. Look at this shit. It is glorious. Absolutely epic. And I think very genuine. It is thick. It is wrong. It is comfortable. It is very clean. That's probably not going to last very long, but it is very clean. And it has pockets. And it is fully reversible. So sometimes Shin Defenderu might show up and I might be clad in a black kimono with a white tiger. Huh? But for the moment, we will stick with the royal blue. Huh? Glorious. Right. Orientation. A magnificent kimono fit only for one of your demi-divine status. Indeed, only I, Defenderu-sama, could wear something so extravagant and get away with it. A mere mortal would wear this and be shamed, shamed for his gayness. Is that a dress you're wearing? No, it is a divinely inspired kimono. Right. Let me see. Orientation is nearly there. I'm nearly sweating. This thing is thick as fuck. That is what she said. Right. Okay. Orientation? Not bad. Not bad at all. Is my hair is still ridiculous. I'm not wearing headbandu because it is a dirty. I must put in washu. Oh, fuck. My chi is flowing, but starting to slow down. Okay. Right, I need some metal. I require some metal to improve my chi flow. Let me see. Let me chi. Orientation. Most important. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit better. You are missing some minor details. The corners. The glorious day in Tipperary has rained multiple times. It has violently descended agua from the heavens, but it's still beautiful. I was distributing the posters for my upcoming workshop on Saturday, and I got thoroughly soaked. Right. I am only able to type as I had to fiddle with phone setting. Most frustrating. Oh, fuck. Was it YouTube giving you bother again, is it? How funny would it be if YouTube just, stopped? Like, if things got so bad that, YouTube just turned around and was like, yeah, we're fired, we're letting everybody go, we're shutting it down, it's all, YouTube's over. It'd be fucking hilarious. Should have happened to the Irish government the other day, but, you can only win so many battles. Anyway, let's get some metal on. But first, yes, we must thank Wendy-sama for providing the new divine kimono. It was a gift from the wonderful Wendy-sama. She is beautiful in body and soul. She is a glorious female, and she has given much love to Painting-gu. And for that, she will be forever blessed. Okay, let me see. I must descend into proper Painting-gu posture to reveal my glorious top-natu. That's a bit too low. It's a bit too low. I must wait. The wrap top is behind. Right, okay. Up a bit. Up a bit. Proper Painting-gu posture and proper orientation are very important on Painting-gu. Right, glorious. Right, yes. My top knot is a frop knot again. But I have attempted to really accentuate that, like, a long time ago, I showed what I believe I look like on Painting-gu. And it is that green birdie thing from that episode of Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny from years ago. Giant green furry birdie thing with tiny pink flower emerging, protruding from the top of his noggin. That is what I look like. And I love it. Absurdity is one of the many P's of painting. Okay. Not much work left in this one. We must put some yarrow in the eyes of those goblins. Make the frames protruding from the back of the exhaust system on their little skiff a bit brighter, more impactful, I believe. The boat is good. The goblins are good. They need yarrow eyes. And this one needs his smile, his grin, his mischievous grin. Needs to be detailed. And then I believe this one is complete. And the spear needs a bit of work. Right, so we will engage the tuna. My Android navigation bar covers up the chat bar, so it leaves me unable to use chat function. It doesn't do it on comment sections. I do believe I have received a similar glitch before. It can be quite vexing. Quite vexing. Technology these days is a hilarious combination of overwhelming enthusiasm and glaring incompetence. It is quite frustrating. But it is what it is. Our hair, Wendy-sama. Indeed. Indeed. She deserves it. Right. I need metal. I do believe that Printer-sama has given us a new tuna. And I do believe it happens to be metal, which pleases me, because I desire some metal. I cannot remember what Fuck the Monkey King sounds like. I am going to begin. Yes, in celebration of our new kimono, Fuck the Monkey King. You see how these mortal swiner revere me and bestow gifts upon me. Soon, I will return to Chinese heaven and slap the shit out of that Monkey King.
The Monkey King shall take notice. The Monkey King shall take notice. I care not if that hairy, tiny penis fuck notices my already blatantly obvious divine abilities. What I want is for the Divine Council to undo their decision of relegating me to this realm as a result of that buffoon's idiocy. That is what I desire. Fuck the Monkey King. 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 Fuck the Monkey All right. Cast down from eternity over a feckin' monkey grand soul. I bent the tides with the flick of me hand, while he scratched and roared in trees. Now I'm bound in dirt by a council of gobshites, handing down decrees. Did ye vote, flip coins, or just nod along to that loudmouth Egypt King? I care not if that chattering fool perceives my already blatant divine abilities with structuring water, as you call it. What I want is for the Divine Council to undo their decision of relegating me to this realm as a result of that buffoon's idiocy. That is what I desire. Fuck the Monkey King! A hero is he, wrecking the place, and you clap like fools in wigs. A shower of useless skyborn assholes too scared to lose your gigs. Undo it now, or I'll tear it all down. One day, Defender returns to heaven and takes back what's down from eternity over a feckin' monkey grand soul. Did you vote, flip coins, or just nod along to that loudmouth ejector? I care not if that chattering fool perceives my already blatant divine abilities with structuring water, as you call it. What I want is for the divine council to undo their decision of relegating me to this realm as a result of that buffoon's idiocy.
Hearing my words back in the form of a death metal song is hilarious.
And ye clap like fools in wigs. A shower of useless skyborn assholes, too scared to lose your gigs. Undo it now, or I'll tear it all down. I care not if that shattering fool perceives my already blatant divine abilities with structuring water, as you call it. What I want is for the divine council to undo their decision of relegating me to this realm as a result of that buffoon's idiocy. That is what I desire. Fuck the monkey. One day Defender returns to heaven and takes back what's his.
It's not bad. It's not bad metal. Nothing like a bit of Jewish metal. Get the chief on.
kosher merchant. Please let me in. You can't have enough. You must need what's in my bin. You are not enough. Please let me in. You want just on nothing, I can get that. Sports team gambling, yeah, I'm into that. Casino drinking, hold my small hat. Dum 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 dum. You are dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. You are dum 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 dum. I've got you some things. Take a load off, and I'll ease your pain. You deserve more. I'll increase your gains, and if that's
I'll increase your gains.
enough, I've got low interest rates. Please let me
Grabblecore. Please let me in. That is legit hilarious. I want to stick it on again. Grabblecore. Oh man. Please let me in. That's so funny, like it's so fucking true. Would you mind if I fed upon you and your kin parasitically? No? That's anti-Semitic. And I mean anything.
But a poor lost culture merchant. Please let me in. what's in my bin. You are not enough. Please let me in. You want interest on nothing, I can get that. Sports team gambling, yeah, I'm into that. Party scene or drinking, hold my small hat. Ba-da-bum-bum-dum.
Hold my small hat is hilarious. You're like, enough for who? Enough for what? You are not enough. For who? For what? You don't want what I'm selling at the cost of your soul? You're hurting me. Like, what do you mean I can't eat your baby? The tune that was promised to us 3,000 years ago. Oh, brilliant. That's so fucking funny, like. Imagine being a Jew, but like a normal human being, but you happen to be a Jew. The past like 10 years, like ish. You grow up in fucking Tel Aviv, like it's the highest fucking homosexual population per capita or whatever it is. It's like the gay capital of the realm, like, which is so funny, like. It really is such a, like, even when you ask Google or whatever, like remember that time I searched Israel in Google Images and all it showed me was a blasted hellscape? Do you know, like, that tells you so much. It's like if Google is rigged, which it is, you know, if Google is skewed in someone's advantage, to somebody's advantage, which it is. You would think that if you typed in, like, what does Israel look like, or show me Israel, or pictures of Israel, or whatever, you'd think you'd get the whole, like, oh, look how beautiful Israel is, and look how beautiful Israeli women are, and look how beautiful the food and the culture, because that's what you get when you type in any other country. You type in any country in Google, and you hit images, and it's like the clothes, the women, the buildings, the food, fucking, like, the music instruments, the art, like, everything that comprises that culture. You type in Israel, you get tanks, sand, rubble, and blue skies. like, that says a lot. Like, oh fucking hell! Like, and you well know that, like, if a Jew heard me say that. Not any Jew, but a particular kind of Jew heard me say that. More like an Israeli, I suppose, maybe than a Jew. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, what's worse, a Jew or an Israeli? An Israeli Jew. Fucking. They'd probably use that as a defense. They'd probably be like, "Yeah, of course, it's all a blasted hellscape. That's why we have to kill all the orcs next door." Fucking, like. And now Israel is under siege by a swarm of bees. Is it really? Or are you talking about, like, Iranian drones? Because I wouldn't be surprised if Iran just, like, unleashed an unholy hellstorm of drones just into Israel. I think I read this somewhere before. Fucking and now Israel is under siege by a swarm of bees. Like actual bees? Please tell me it's actual bees, because like the whole narrative of like, oh, we need more bees, the earth is dying, you know, all the plants are gonna die, we're gonna run out of food and shit because the bees are dying and all, like, and all of a sudden a lot of bees show up in Israel and start like stinging people. With that, like, do Israelis have like uh like a higher ratio of hyper allergic responses to bee stings? No, like bees actual stingers and honey. Bees actual. Oh, that's hilarious. When did that start happening? I haven't seen that. That's hilarious. Like, so Israel is under siege by a load of fucking honeybees right now? That's fucking hilarious. The bees are going to destroy Israel. Oh, that'd be so funny. Oh shit. Oh god, I'm fucking knackered today. When I was in the creative places one of the community things that we do. It's like called Tipperary Makes, where we all just like meet up and like do projects together for like 2 hours. And about an hour in, I was nearly falling asleep in my sketchbook, and not because I was bored. Like, do you know what I mean? I was sitting there like just sketching, just designing whatever. Well, that's not true. I wasn't designing anything. I'm just like, you know, just shitting stuff out of my brain. You know, like random. Like I did a little like funny looking demon thing who was like sticking his tongue out in disgust, and then like I did like a fucking dinosaur, like Egyptian armored dinosaur looking thing, and I was like coloring them in with watercolor and shit, and went out for the cigarette, and then I came back in, and just like the combination of how tired I am, how relaxed I was, and how warm it was in the building, I started to like, you know when you can feel your eyes closing and your head starts to get heavy. Like, you're just like, oh shit, I'm tired. Like, oh man, it's a good tired though. Like I'm tired in the sense of like I don't feel tired as in like there's something wrong with me. I feel tired as in like I need rest because I've just been like. It's not like I've been working my ass off, but I've been putting my energy in a lot of different places to a fairly high degree, you know. I haven't been like busting my ass or anything, um, because I tend not to do that unless I really need to, you know. I don't like. You should like be high octane or extreme in small doses, because there's a cost to being high octane or extreme. You see it happen to Owen every now and again, where he's like, "Fuck, I need to like sleep for a day." It's like, yeah, dude, chill the fuck out, like. But I do also get the inverse of it, like where like somebody like Vox, where he's like up till fucking 3 in the morning, like just talking to 4 different AIs, trying to figure out some biblical text or some shit, like, you know, or translate a fucking Japanese poem that's never been translated before, like. Um, I get nights where I go to bed and then I instantly get an urge to come in here and just like paint and paint and paint until I'm like fucking exhausted, and then go in and pass out. And I've done that before in the past. Like, you know, I'd be painting a fucking dragon at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, and then I'll end up staying up like the rest of the following day. But it's not good for you. It's not something that you can like do a lot, you know. You can do it for a while, but then you need to like pull back and relax and recuperate your energy and shit. Like, Your body's not supposed, like, not that I know for a fact, you know. Um, but from what I've experienced, like, you know what I mean, like, you do need rest, hydration, food. Like, don't get me wrong, when I did that fucking like 48-hour fast there a while ago, um, towards the end of it, I did start to get a glimpse of like, you know, do I even need to eat ever again? Like, what is this? Like, it's funny how like you can feel like a wave of like a very powerful, like, I say sensation instead of feeling because it's not so much an emotion. It's like, you know, like hunger, tiredness, exhaustion, you know, pain, those kind of things. Like, but I think it's so funny how like there's moments where you could be like, oh man, I'm so tired, and then like if you just like will yourself to stay awake, and then like you hit your second wind where your body just goes, oh, okay, so we're not going to sleep. Okay, burn all the excess energy in the body then. And all of a sudden you're like wired to the fucking moon. Like, it's like, do you guys ever watch that cartoon Osmosis Jones? I think they did a movie called Osmosis Jones, I think, and then they did a cartoon called Ozzy and Drix. Um, I loved it. I thought it was really cool. Like, but it's about like it's a cartoon about all um the inside of this particular man's body on a microscopic level. There's a white blood cell called Ozzy. Yeah, I think his name is Osmosis Jones. Yeah, and as far as I know, he's a white blood cell. Um, and he's like a detective. You know, his job is to defend the body from foreign invaders and clean up crime and shit and all. Like, you know, it's basically like it's basically like a buddy cop show set in inside someone's body using the human uh anatomy and like organ system and blood system as like, you know, like there's like a nightclub where the stomach is, or like there's like, you know, where all the elites are up in the brain and stuff like that. Like, I could be wrong with that because it's been years since I watched it, but that's roughly like the gist. um it was a really cool cartoon, like, and there's just like there's so many things about that I love the idea of, like, you know, uh parts of your body have like a personality and like there is truth in that, like, especially if you look at Eastern medicine where it's like like they really focus on the feet a lot of the time, like, you know, and they say that there's like, you know, nerve endings going from your feet through all your organs, and like your vagus nerve connects to like all your major organs. And if you want to, you know, like most people today, their vagus nerve is like very tense, or it's like overactive and shit because loads of people are in like fight or flight or some shit. Like, makes a fuckload of sense, you know. That's why I like listening to Tom Barnett, because I like that Australian tang of like, it's very similar to the Irish, where it's almost this whimsical madness of like coming to the realization how dark existence, like life, can be and is, and then quickly laughing it off and taking the piss out of it because you actively choose to believe in and behave and do the opposite of that, you know. You just mock all these fools for being degenerate scum and enjoy life. It's the way to be. I can't even remember why I brought up Ozzy and Drix. I can't even remember why I brought it up. Diversity of energy dispersal is a good thing. That way you don't blow it all on one thing. Yeah, like, I think I've inadvertently like made the right decision in a lot of ways in my life. Obviously, I've made the wrong decision in loads of other ways. Like, my teeth are in bits, and like my lower back is sore and stuff like that. Like, I played way too many video games and sat down too much, smoked too much weed. But there's other avenues in my life that I've really made like an intuitively wise decision, where like I've never gotten like I've spoken about this before. Like, I'm not a hyper fan. I'm not a super fan of anything. I've dipped my toe emotionally and mentally and physically into like loads of different things that, you know, I might look at it at first and be like, oh yeah, that looks awesome. Or I might even look at it at first and be like, oh, this is going to be shit. But I do it anyway just to see if I was right, you know? Um, like experimentation is so important and shit. No, like with everything, you know? Like I used to hate bananas, now I love them and like all stuff like that. Like, you know, fucking I used to think meditation was gay. Um, like I used to think the warrior monk archetype was for some reason like inferior to like a berserker or a barbarian or a knight or something, because they weren't as like dangerous or violent and shit. But the older you get, you realize that like it's the loudest guy in the room is usually the biggest pussy and like the least competent, and it's the guy who is like you want to be the guy while like everything is going to absolute shit. You're just standing there reading the newspaper, having a cigarette, drinking a cup of coffee. Like you're totally like you're completely at ease, even though you're surrounded by utter madness. And I've managed to achieve that in a small way. Oh, you motherfucker! Be gone, Juju! I'm a streaming goo. My apologies. My sincerest apologies. I'm streaming, you crazy bitch. Um, fucking. I'm sorry, Juju. I'll send her a message on Telegram. That's so funny. Streaming. Sorry, my dear. I'm stream. Oh God! Oh Jesus! Oh, that was. Oof! Oh, that was a stinky one. Okay. Can you guys remember why I brought up Ozzy and Drix? I can't even remember. Like, I was talking about my body or some shit. I can't remember. Like, I forgot about Ozzy and Drix and the movie. Really cool concept. Oh yeah, the movie's good. Yeah, it's Bill Murray. Bill Murray's Frank, like the body that they end up in. And I love the design of Drix. I think is he called Drixenol? I think he's called Drixenol or something because he's a pill. He's a pill that Frank takes at one stage, and he just like ends up in the bloodstream and just stays there or something like. Um, it's a really cool cartoon. It was a really cool idea. It was like the idea that they're like actual personalities and characters in your body, and like it was an attempt. It was presented, it was framed as an attempt to not only be entertaining but educational, because it taught you about like all these different diseases and like viruses and all this stuff. But like we know about viruses now, like um, so there was probably a load of bullshit, like Western medicine fallacies, maybe some propaganda in it or whatever. But from what I remember, I like really enjoyed it. Really fucking enjoyed it. The movie and the cartoon, because the interplay between Ozzy and Drix was just really cool. And I think it was in the movie. Um, the movie, um, the main bad guy in the movie is is really cool. He's Frank eats. I think he eats like some tinned tuna or salmon or something, which I've eaten a shit ton of over the years. So I won't be surprised if I've actually got a form, or have had, or still do have a form of like heavy metal poisoning from tin or some shit, or aluminium. Because apparently that can happen. The metals like get into the oils in the fish, which makes sense because I've done oil pulling with coconut oil, and like it's been great for my teeth and my gum health. And you can feel it working. It like gets rid of phlegm as well. It literally does. Like they don't call it oil pulling for nothing. Like the oil like pulls stuff out of you, especially like I find, especially like stuff out of your sinuses if you leave it in long enough. Um, so it wouldn't surprise me if different forms of oils, like sunflower oil or something like that, if you leave a chunk of fish in a metal tin surrounded in oil, wouldn't surprise me at all if a lot of the metal minerals like end up in the oil, and as a result some of it ends up in the fish. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the majority of it actually ends up in the oil, and then sure you drain the oil, so it's probably not that bad, you know. It's one of those things where like it's not like one can of Coke is going to kill you, you know. If anything, depending on the context, having a can of Coke might actually make you feel better. It could like clear out your gut or some shit, you know. One shot of vodka is not going to kill you, you know. One cigarette's not going to kill you. All these things, like, it's just like one bad decision typically isn't going to destroy your life or kill you. Obviously, considering certain contexts, if you made the wrong decision in a given moment, it's like, well, he turned left instead of right, and then he got eaten by a polar bear, and that was the end of John. You know, it's like that can happen, but you know, typically, thankfully, it doesn't. Um, but yeah, fucking the bad guy in the movie of Osmosis Jones, uh, is it? I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but he's like the embodiment. He is Red Tide because he ate some. Frank ate some. I think it was shellfish or like tuna or something, and he gets Red Tide, and it's this like really cool looking demon looking dude with like purple dreadlocks and like red claw hands and like a long black leather fucking overcoat and all. Like it's really cool the way they design shit and all. Like the design of Drix is really cool because he looks like the pill. You know, like it's it's the type of stuff that like it's one of those cartoons when you go back and look at it, it's like, oh yeah, stuff used to be quality, you know, and now it's just slop typically. There's still some good things coming out, you know, but typically it's just like absolute dog shit. But back then was some really cool shit, like uh fucking I saw that movie as a teen, retained nothing, was focused on other bodily fluids in those days. I don't know, you're just like hooking up with some chick in the fucking movie theater. I don't think I think one time I think I went to the cinema with a female. Most of my experiences were at gaff parties, or like a gaff party I fucking put on, or hosted, whatever you want to call it. Um, Going out to like a nightclub or a pub or something. Um, yeah, like I never really did like the dating thing, you know. I'd like I'd meet a woman through like a woman. I'd meet a female through a friend, like all the way from about like 17, from about 16 all the way through my like 20s and shit. Well, actually, yeah, I suppose fucking when I hit like what was I 19, like me and Emma were on and off for the first couple of years because I was an unleashed dog in those days. Like, I think it's still fucking hilarious that like I've been with the same female for like 15 years now. That I cheated, like I had a girlfriend at the time, and I cheated on her with my current fiance. I'm like, anytime I look back at that, I'm like, Jesus, that's the optics of that so bad. Like, oh man, like like as a man, when you look back through, like, you know, I wouldn't even consider it a body count. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like I did, like I had like less than 10. You know, Um, like I started being like sexually active around 16, 17. I think I was 16, I can't remember. And then I had like a handful, and then I was with one, and then I met Emma, and then I cheated on your one Lisa with Emma, and I was like, "Oh, we can't be doing this. That's terrible and all." And then, and then I told the young one that I was with that I had cheated on her, and I was like, "Oh, look, obviously I completely understand if you don't want to like if you want to break up and like fucking tell me to fuck off, blah blah." And she was like, she like forgave me and shit. I was like, "Really?" Like, I was like, "Shit." I wasn't expecting that. Like, it was so funny. Like, I was such a. I suppose, yeah. It's not even that I was a dick back then. I was just untethered and undisciplined. Like, and I did like I never did anything like vindictively, really, in that sense, anyway. Um, and then there was like one. There was one that I like really regretted. And it's because she was a me, and I don't know if I broke her heart, but like it was bad out, like I knew she really liked me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm lonely and horny, and fucking she like really likes me, like fuck it, like immediately after the deed was done, I was like, I'm a fucking idiot, like why did I do this? Um, but that's good though, like do you know what I mean? Like if you do something and you turn around to yourself and you're like, that was not good, you know that that that's probably a really good thing. That probably like that shows you that you have some form of consciousness of like a morality, of like a moral compass, discernment of right and wrong, like truthfully, where like you do something and you're like, oh fuck, you know if you do shit like that and it doesn't even phase you, and then people start crying and bitching and complaining and calling you out on it and all, and you're just like, fuck off, I don't care, like that's a good indicator. Like total apathy, that's a good indicator of psychopathy. um but anyway, I've gone from Osmosis Jones to my old relationships. Oh yeah, it was you who brought up bodily fluids, that's why I got on that tangent. Fuck it. I know I have heavy metal poisoning. It explains my taste in music. Oh, that was a terrible joke. You're a terrible, terrible, terrible man. A captain and coke once in a blue moon feels nice. Yeah, I agree. Like, I recently, because we got that pub and all, like there was loads of like free booze just lying around that we were allowed to take home, and I got like martini, I did like a extra dry martini, normal martini, and an apricot brandy called Bowls with an O, Bolz, Bowls. And is that all I got? Oh no, I got that Southern Comfort as well. I haven't had any of that, but I tried the apricot brandy with a bit of coke, and fuck me, it was delicious. It's really nice. Like it's like 28%. Never had a brandy before, or at least I don't think I have. Um, what's the? Yeah, the martini is a vermouth. I didn't know that. Alcohol, like the alcohol world is fascinating in its own right. Like the time it takes to do certain ones, and that's like they put them in an oak barrel or a fucking what would you call it? There's another one. What's the other one? Don't they do it with gin or something? Aniseed or some shit like that. Like the fact that they use plants and certain forms of wood and like different things, like anything like charcoal and shit, like to change the taste or even just the smell, because the smell can affect the taste, at least in the immediate, the first gulp and stuff like that. Like it's fascinating to me. Like how funny is that like we openly acknowledge that alcohol is like fairly bad for you, especially when it's consumed in high quantities, and if it's got like all of these extra preservatives and shit and all, like um you know, because like most people would say that like if you get a solid wine, like a good wine, that's not bad for you. You know, you don't want to be drinking it all the fucking time. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't want to be getting drunk all the time, dehydrating yourself and killing brain cells and shit and all, like, and poisoning your liver and shit, like, and your kidneys and stuff. But like, relatively speaking, like a glass of red wine, a glass of white wine, like, make you fucking giddy as fuck and not really do anything bad to you. You know, give you a whack of a hangover if you don't stay hydrated. But so will a pint of Guinness. You know, I think it's so funny how like it's totally legal. It's peddled constantly. Like, you know what I mean? And like the worst forms of it are peddled. You know, drink beer, eat hot dogs, watch football. You know, like it's just so like it's not just degenerate. It's like it's I would describe it as like a low level form of evil where like like everyone knows that it's like not good for your body and they're doing it anyway. Like that's like almost like an acknowledgement of a fallen state, you know, a fallen state of mind, you know, that kind of misery loves company thing where you're like, ah, sure, we're all doing it, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, we're all poisoning ourselves to a degree, like, and like I still smoke, you know. It's funny, I had a cigarette earlier on and fucking it like it hit me, like, you know, like that doesn't happen often anymore, like. But I think that's a good thing. It's like I've backpedaled on my smoking to such a degree that now and again when I have a cigarette, I actually feel its effects. like, it's the same with alcohol now. I can have 1 pint of Guinness now, and I'm like, whew, Jesus, I'm a bit warm. you know, like back in the day, you'd be like 4 pints deep, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm starting to get a buzz going. Yeah. like, drink hot dogs, eat football, watch beer. That's when you're in trouble. it's like, oh, drinking hot dogs sounds disgusting. Right. Okay. I might do the phrase of the day now because I don't think I'm gonna call it at 6. I'm gonna call it in 25 minutes. Uh, the female gets to leave 5 minutes early. Wee. Um, yeah, I'm gonna call it at 6. I might start doing like I said yesterday or the day before. I can't fucking remember. I'm obviously not gonna do them in the mornings because like you guys won't even be awake. I think Demon Hunter would be the only one that's even remotely up that early. Um, or at least he was back in the day. Like, because if I do it at 11 a.m., um, that's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for some of you guys. 4 o'clock in the morning for some of you guys. Yeah, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. 4 or 5 a.m. for some of you guys. So I might end up doing the streams as like a nighttime thing for a while, like depending on how all this goes. Um, I haven't had any gardening work this week, but the weather's been fairly shit, so that doesn't surprise me. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, and I've another workshop this weekend, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And you know, the whole fucking the thing with the pub and that tarts crowd, and like the idea is to have me doing the stream at the front of the pub, in front of one of the big like front house big bay window things, um, to attract people into the place. Like, do you know what I mean? Because people will walk past and be like, "This guy's live on camera painting, like wearing a kimono. What the fuck's going on in here?" Like, do you know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna have to sit down with Marion though, the boss, um, because like she's kind of just giving me the green light, which I love, but at the same time, I want to just like clue her in to like it could be like the potential uh backlash from some of the public, you know. I find what that man is doing in Kickham to be incredibly racist. Nobody cares, cunt, shut your mouth. 11 your time is 6 my time. Yeah, and you're like in the middle of America, aren't you? Are you northern or like in the center? I can't remember. Yeah, so like I might end up doing them. Um, it depends, you know. Like there's no plan. There's no plan. I'm like fuck it. I'm just going with the flow and shit. Like so, I may as well just shut up about it. Because it might not go down like that. But like things are great lately. Which is great, you know. I can imagine there's been a few times where you guys are watching Painting Goo and you're like, Jesus Christ, will you fucking shut up? Things are good. And it's not even like things have been shit. Like it's, you know, it's just like it's just life, you know. You get times where like you're just really stressed out and you've a lot going on, not getting enough rest, all this shit, like relationship stuff, you know. And when you've been in a relationship for like 15 odd years, like, and you're my age, like I'm pretty old school. There's not a lot of guys my age, like when I was born, you know, the percentage of guys my age who have been with the same female for like 15 years since he was a teenager, like since I was 19. I'm 35 now, like, you know. Which reminds me, I agree with Prince. I don't really like want to. I don't want to keep track of my birthdays anymore because it's starting to make me feel old. And I genuinely think that might be another psyop. Like the whole fucking like the new year thing isn't really when the new year starts. It's like in fucking April and shit or whatever. Like I think the whole birthday thing um might be similar where like if you like like I genuinely think the human mind is so powerful that your belief in things is like the most important thing. Um in terms of like how X thing is going to affect you or whatever. You know, because like the placebo effect is a fact, you know. So as far as I'm concerned, I think Prince was onto something. I think it makes total sense not to acknowledge in quotes how old you are or how many birthdays you've had or how many years you've been here or whatever like that. Like, you know, because if you perceive time differently, if you believe time to be passing at a different rate to other people, I think it would have a similar effect to every other form of like if you believe X and somebody else doesn't, then like it's going to be different for you and shit. Like that just makes total sense to me, you know? Like someone's internal narrative or internal dialogue in a given situation can drastically affect how they react in that situation. You know, how they react, how they behave, how they think, how they feel, and all. Like cancer is a great fucking example of all these people who like get diagnosed and they're just like, nah, I don't have cancer, don't believe you, and then they go back or whatever, and then their cancer's gone. You know, I don't need chemo, I'll be fine. Like, you know, and then they are. Like I genuinely think that I genuinely think that the human mind, like if anything makes us the apex predator, that's what makes us the apex predator. And I don't think it's just because we can like sharpen sticks and engage in teamwork. You know, a pack of wolves can engage in teamwork. A monkey can use a stick. You know, so like if you're to really distinguish what makes like humans like far superior in a particular way, then I would say it's like it's probably the like bioelectrical, like, you know, electromagnetic field that we give off in relation to our brain's frequencies and stuff. Like, I mean, like, there's all sorts of stories of like I know it's not in the public that much and all, like, but I've said it before. Like, I think uh, telekinesis and telepathy and pyrokinesis and all of these things, like, I think they're real. I think they're doable. Um, but just like anything else, like if you've never done a pull up, chances are you won't be able to just grab a bar and do a pull up. You know, um, like, I know that's not necessarily to never do a pull up in your life, but you've done other things that have kept you physically strong and athletic. So then someone goes, do a pull up, and you just bang a pull up out. I get that. But you know where I'm going with, where it's like, if you've never done Japanese calligraphy, you know, you're not going to be great at it when you first start, more than likely. Um, so it makes perfect sense that when somebody's like, you know, try and move that fucking lighter with your mind, or without touching it, you immediately like, oh, that can't be done, you know. But what if it can though? And I've heard loads of stories and seen people speak, and like, you know, when someone is like, they come across sincere, like you can hear it in their voice and see it in their body language. I know that doesn't necessarily mean they're telling the truth. It just means that they believe what they're saying. You know, they could be under an illusion, kind of thing. Like Don Pettit. You know, I could go back to the moon in a nanosecond. Like, the fact that he says nanosecond, or we could go back to the moon in a nanosecond, but we lost the technology and it's hard to get that back and all. It's like, that is probably one of the most single-handedly retarded and frankly offensive things. Like, the fact that you are, like, obviously he's retarded, you know, but like, if it was like, if somebody not retarded said what Don Pettit said, it would have been even more annoying, because it would have been like, you genuinely think most people are that stupid, you know, which they are now, you know. They are for sure now that fucking stupid, you know. Like, how funny is that? Like, you know, it was like all the prestigious um facilities of education and the world we live in right now is falling apart at the seams, because more and more people are starting to discover that the people at the top are like baby eating psychopath demon fucks. Like, it's like, um it's ridiculous. Like, uh oh, you're northeast. Oh yeah, yeah. So you're actually yeah, that makes sense. You're closer to me than some of the others. Yeah, that makes sense. Birthdays are for women and children. Men just exist. Yeah. Um like, when you're a kid, it is like, oh, I'm 5 now and all, like, you know, but like, I'm starting to think that it's just like Christmas and stuff, where it's like this tradition that was made up to make money for people. Oh, it's your kid's birthday, buy him a gift, like, you know, a birthday present and all this shit. Birthday present. Interesting wordage. Because your birthday is not in the present. Your birthday was and is in the past. Oh, you're going to get a present for your birthday. Like, it's so, like, man, the English language is fucked. Like it's awesome, but it's fucked. Like Ireland. Dawn, the mentally petite. Yeah, it's hilarious. Um, this is pretty much fucking done. You know, I'm gonna do the phrase of the day, and I'll sign this fucking bitch. I'll do the phrase of the day, and I'm gonna hop off. What day is today? Today's Wednesday. So I'll be doing the Tipperary Makes thing tomorrow as well, but it's from 7 till 9. and I haven't been booked to do any gardening. So the stream will probably be at the normal time tomorrow, 4 p.m. GMT. Right. Let's sign this bitch. Okay. Yeah, fairly happy with how this one came out. I was really, really not liking the start of this. It's so funny how that works. That's happened a few times where I'm like, I'm just not feeling it at like either the start or like halfway through. And I'm telling you, I'm fucking right. You just keep painting. Just keep painting. Okay, right. Oh, shit. This is currently my main bitch. The number 8 round. It's a good bitch. Right. Where are we? With the help of my feathery friend, Tobias Beakus Cross, I will announce for you now today's phrase of the day.
With a ding of my tiny donga, with this mighty song that I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortals of your dirty, filthy cheek, and allow it to flow freely as I announce today's phrase of the day. You.
Oh! This stream is such a fucking like one man shit show sometimes. Like, play the song, ring the dong, fuck, mistimed it. Oh, the wrong song is playing. Oh Jesus. Number 8, a well-rounded number for a well-rounded tool. I thought you were gonna make a reference to Barney out of The Simpsons there. Do you remember that? When he teams up with that fucking slam poetry French bitch. Do you remember that episode of The Simpsons? Where Barney's just like, there's that recording where your one just goes, number 8, and Barney just goes, like, he just it's like, like, it's just that on repeat. Like, number 8, number 8, There's so many things from The Simpsons that's like burnt into my mind. Like, I'll never forget it. Like, oh man, The Simpsons were fucking hilarious. Right, today's phrase of the day is as follows. Guns don't kill people, the government does. A simple, very true phrase. Guns don't kill people, the government does. I always thought that was really like, even from a young age, I thought that was funny. Where it was like, so it says "thou shalt not kill," and you arrest people for murder if they kill someone, but soldiers are paid to kill people. Solve that moral dilemma. like what? Like. It sounds very Jewy, you know, like, I can't kill him, but you can. I'll pay you, you know, like, and we'll frame it that you're a patriot and you're defending your homeland, but I'm killing farmers in a desert. Don't worry about that, like, you know. It's like the bishop out of Dante's Inferno when he fucking like, when he's like, your heavenly father absolves you of all your sins, and like lets the crusaders like fornicate even though they're married, you know, have sex out of wedlock, rape, fucking like all, like they just, he lets them run amok, And he basically gives them the excuse that it's like, oh yeah, your heavenly Father absolves you of all your sins and forgives you. He's basically being a Jew because he's like, these are heretics and, you know, Satanists and, like, you know, vile people and all, like, you know, and you're doing God's work. You're like Deus Vult, you're doing God's work by ridding the Holy Land of these, like, vile heretics and all this fucking shit. Like, so you can want it, you just go sow your oats, you know, fucking release the tension in your loins and God will say nothing. And Dante fucking fucks some slave bitch and then is immediately riddled with guilt and then is like wondering why he's riddled with guilt. It's like, hold on, I mean, the bishop said that, like, God will forgive us for this and all. Like, great fucking game. If you've never played Dante's Inferno, fucking play it. I'll get around to like listening to an audiobook of the actual thing one day, maybe. Probably won't. Don't care enough. Anyway. Oh, fuck. The buoyant boomer is complete. I'm satisfied. Okie dokie. My tea is now cold. I'm thoroughly tired, and I still have the dinner to cook. Right. Okay. Right, is that everything? Yeah. I did the phrase. There's no joke. Cool. That game was dope. Yeah, Dante's Inferno was fucking class. Like, the first boss at the start of the game is Death. You literally kill Death himself. Like, Death comes for you. And it's like, Dante, your soul is mine. And Dante's like, fuck you, nigga. And, like, butchers him and takes his scythe and proceeds to go into hell to get his wife's soul back. Like, it's so baller. Another successful painting goo, my friend. Domo, brother. I agree. I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. God only fucking knows what I'm going to come out with next. We'll see what happens. Well, I say we, the ether, you and me. Painting goo is a communal experience. I may be the one wetting the bitches, but you guys are along for the ride, and that sounds a bit too polyamorous-y. Right, I'm getting the fuck out of here before I ramble more. I am personally burnt out of the Polak jokes. I say that's fine. There's no stress about that. Right, anyway. Right, enjoy the rest of your evening. Good luck. God bless. God bless. Be good, be true, be beautiful. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Pay for painting goo, you filthy mortal swiner. And to all my beloved Japonaita, domo, for your patronage to painting. Sayonara.